Coach, any opening comments? Otherwise, we'll go straight to questions. Get you in and out.
Yeah, I think it's obviously a dream come true for me, for everyone, for the players, for the staff, for the club. Being able to be here, standing in front of everyone with you guys is, for me personally, a dream come true. I think I'm just a guy from a neighborhood in Madrid that loved soccer, and look, like you put a lot of effort in your life, and suddenly I'm here winning my second championship, but I could not have done it without the amazing group of players that I manage. The club ownership is unbelievable behind the scenes, and a technical team that really, really has given everything they had for this. And a special mention to our friend, our colleague, Ak, who is a coach that has been with us for 3 years. Unfortunately, he had to miss it today because of a family situation. He had to come back in London a couple of weeks ago, so this really goes for him.
All right, Tamara, front row. Then we'll go Dan, then behind Dan.
Congratulations. A lot of the players have talked about and described this season as a roller coaster. I'm wondering if you could sort of detail some of the highs and lows of that roller coaster in this season and what it took to time the next high with the postseason that ended in a championship.
Well, I think it's really straightforward. No, we started the season with like, I don't know, 8, 9 rookies, 15 new people in the team, players wise. And the same with the staff, a lot of new stuff. We needed to rebuild. We needed to start competing straight away. Then we started the season slow, but then quick. Then we had to go to Mexico to win that competition that for us made us champion of the continent. So that was probably where this group of players understood, okay, like we can win, big things together. Then we had that was the target of the first part of the season. Then the Euros, the Africa Cup of Nations, the Copa America was successful because we supported our teammates. Then we came back, and I thought the run after the break was really good. We got unbeaten, and we got qualified for the next round of the CONCACAF. I think we got unbeaten 11 games, maybe. And then we finished again on a slow one, no, where we probably should have won a bit more games, and we finished 8th, but we knew that we had everything when we push in the same direction to be lifting this trophy, and credit to everyone because we've really found a way where players and staff and the club have worked together to get to this point.
Dan.
Juan, congratulations. Can you discuss the reasoning and the timing behind bringing in Bruninha for Lily Real? And also, was that your most effective sub since Neely Martin in goal in the final 2 years ago?
Well, we obviously we had a game plan, and I want to highlight Bru because she's such an amazing professional, one of our youngest players. I think she's the player that has played the most games in the history of the club for like playoff games. And obviously, I decided to drop her today for Mandy to be the captain and to start the game. And when we had the conversation, she was ready for any scenario to help the team on the right back, to help the team on the left back, and give us that penetration on that side. So. Yeah, I'm super proud of Bruna. You will never know if she's played the game before, if she's been out of the team. Like, she's always focused, work hard. She knows what she needs to do and produce magic. So, when I saw her going those step overs, like I thought that was a very special moment. Very good sub, but it's not credit to me, it's credit to Bruna for sure.
Was the yellow card on Lily part of the reason for the sub?
Yes. Obviously, I think we had the game under control. One of the reasons that we could probably lose it was if Lily was sent off, he was the only player on a booking. Maybe somebody else should have been booked, but that's not for me to say. And obviously with Trinity Rodman, with Kowasi, there are players that really are difficult to handle. So, and look, even Bruna ended up with a yellow card, no? So maybe, yes.
Okay, right over here.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
You now become just the second coach in league history to have won your second championship and your second trip. I know it's a whole lot of seconds.
Okay.
But how does that feel compared to 2023, the 2023 win?
I think every win is special, no? Like, I think we work so hard for this moment, but I always, we become champions. To become champion is just a second, is the moment the referee in the final blows the whistle. Until that moment, you're trying to be a champion. Then from there, you are a champion forever. I think what we try to do, or the way I try to do things, is that we try to create an environment where people enjoy, where people is happy, where people is taking care of as people before they are players. And then we try to play in a football style that is entertaining for fans, that is difficult to play because it requires a lot of concentration and a lot of understanding of the game, but at the same time, it's a way that I believe is the best way, the way I see football as an art, and the way that I think the players have been able to execute it. So for me to win is very special, but for me, it's also special the day to day I share the journey with my family, who is always there, my wife, my son. And it takes a lot of time and effort away from them. And for me to direct this technical team, this club, everyone behind the scenes, and this group of players is honestly a privilege.
Okay, we're gonna go to Jenna Tonelli on the phone.
Hello, Jenna.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations. I wanted to ask the final whistle. We just saw you just so filled with emotion and maybe relief. And I was just curious if you could speak a little bit about just what you were feeling when that final whistle blew and you knew you'd done it.
I don't know. It's such a mix of feeling that moment, no? Because it's the moment you become a champion, as I said on the answer before. Obviously, for me to share it again, it's about the people. I know how hard these people has worked, the players, the staff. We've been on the road for almost 3 weeks now. The amount of time we spend away from home, and you get this reward to see the smiles of the people, to see people achieving something that when you get older, like I am getting now because I'm 41, you start realizing that there are certain moments in your life that stick with you forever, and you have to understand that those moments will stay with me, but will stay with them forever. Like Lily Real will be 60, and she will talk about this day and that's something. Unfortunately, I lost my dad, and you start seeing perspective in life and things like that. And I think creating moments like that for other people is something that makes me really happy. So that's why I felt at that moment.
Theo.
Hey Juan, congratulations.
Theo.
Hey. Talked to Mandy afterwards. She said she felt like a big part of the win was down to a lot of culture work that went on in the offseason, the trip to Spain. And Midge talked about Gotham DNA. I was wondering if you could kind of explain the work you did for that culture piece and what is Gotham DNA?
Well, it wasn't me, it was Michelle Betos. So that's like, she did a lot of work. Like, she obviously stepped into this role in the coaching team, and she really helped us to bridge that gap between everyone. And then all the players buying into it. I think it was really good. And what she did, it was creating a platform for the players to be seen by her teammates as people and create a little bit of that connection, because we had a very very mixed group of people. We have like senior players that don't speak the language. We got senior players that are American with Europeans, and then we got 10 rookies, and we got rookies that come from all over the world. Like, it was a really special group, and I think we created something that they really care about each other. I said that was our strength the whole year. For example, Emily Sonnet really cares about Ryan Campbell and Lily Real. You go Ella Stevens that really care about the Stair and the Brazilians. You go a lot of connections around the team that, like, Anne really cares about Shelby and the coaching team in there. I think those connections, they make the team stronger. And when you play and you put everything out there, not only for yourself, but for the person next to you, you put a little bit extra. So yeah, I think that was the key.
Clear. This is our last question, guys.
Kind of following up on that,
Okay.
it seems almost unique to have a team come into a championship talking about how they feel like they've been underperforming, and somehow that becomes a positive focus for them. How did you see your locker room turn maybe even just frustrations about performance and make it something useful to make progress rather than something within a locker room?
Because those underperformance moments in a lot of times came, they already had performances together that are top. So I think that always was referring back to that. I think also we drop a lot of points this year that maybe sometimes it was down to us, sometimes it wasn't, you know, those little details that you need to have in a game. And I think that's been the strength of the group, the understanding, you know, once we really couldn't win the Shield, honestly, in America, it's like you win the Shield or you get to the playoffs. There's no like in between, you know, you need to make sure that you get to that place. And when you get into that place, we knew how to win together, you know, and that together with the people that surrounds the team, ownership and the technical team, people that have been with me for a long time. Like that one over there in the blue, you can turn around. This one, Sean Harris, yeah. that have different approaches to life and different approaches to the way we see the game. I think it's something that it creates something very special that makes people believe and that makes people win.
We're gonna do actually one more so we can get a Spanish question front row.
Buenas noches, Juan Carlos.
Buenas noches.
Felicitaciones. Mi
Gracias.
pregunta es, tú eres campeón, ¿cómo adaptaste tu filosofía para diferentes cambios que tuvieron y dificultades y obtener un resultado positivo? También te quiero preguntar, este año fue un poco ocupado, ¿no? Copa Oro, eliminatorios para el Mundial. Ustedes cierran aquí con un campeonato en el área de la Bahía. ¿Cómo te sientes de ser parte de este momento histórico? Muchas gracias and congratulations.
Bueno, lo primero es que yo no soy campeón, nosotros somos campeones o nosotras somos campeones, ¿no? Creo que al final vosotros me veis a mí, pero yo dirijo muchísima gente que al final son los que hacen también el trabajo y que merecen todo el reconocimiento, ¿no? Como ya he dicho el que está ahí con la gorra. Pero creo que es muy importante el saber también adaptarse al grupo de gente que diriges. Al final no es lo mismo, es muy difícil este trabajo porque no es lo mismo ahora que lo que era hace un año, que lo que será dentro de un año. Tienes que ir adaptándote a los diferentes tipos de persona que diriges. Esa es la clave, yo creo, porque al final nuestro estilo de fútbol está muy, muy marcado. Intentamos también pues el ir aprovechando ciertas ventajas, ¿no? Por ejemplo, hoy queríamos buscar más a Mitch en banda, queríamos que Sara nos diera equilibrio, queríamos lanzar a la lateral izquierdo que era Lili y luego Bruna porque sabíamos que tenían una debilidad ahí y al final así hemos ganado el partido y creo que con esos detalles poco a poco son los que marcan la diferencia. Y bueno, pues ahora estamos en esta situación que vamos a celebrar. También hemos llegado hemos jugado todos los partidos que podíamos jugar y tenemos un descanso muy corto porque tenemos que volver en pretemporada en un mes o algo así para preparar el Mundial contra Corinthians y contra, esperemos que Arsenal y a seguir viviendo el sueño, ¿no? De nada.
Thank you, coach. Thanks, everybody.